So, how's everyone's weeks been?
I thought we were saving that for the podcast.
We are. It's happening
Oh, is it?
right
I'll
now.
be back then.
Right. What?
When
Give
does
me
it
a
start?
sec. Let me close my windows and stuff.
Oh, for
Ah!
close the windows. All that nice cold evening air is just dreadful this time of year.
That's what I always say to Mum. She doesn't listen.
Look, this is a problem during winter time. I love fresh air, but I hate the cold. So you can't have the heater running and a window open during winter. I mean, that's just ridiculous. You may as well just be flushing money down the toilet then.
I mean, you really can.
You can't.
You can.
It's a waste of then.
Yeah, of course. But
Okay.
You can't.
Okay, you can, but it would seem counterproductive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
you know.
Alright, go with the theme song!
And welcome everyone to In the Bread podcast. This is Dead Ed with our guests today. We have the all naked Nuggsy. Guest and guest. Well, a permanent guest.
Like Ryan and Colin on Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Okay, so I fucked it up. You know what? If you're so damn good at it, you do the intro.
Okay. Hi. Well, welcome to the show.
And go with the theme
Welcome
tune.
to Go with the theme song.
Yes, we have people here to talk with us about topics that probably
Welcome
you
to the
might be interested
podcast
or
of
might not
theme
be
Hello
songs.
everyone, this is
interested
Dead
in.
Ed. We are
Where every year there is a new theme song.
once a year. Hello everyone, this is Dead Ed. This is
And this is the podcast?
This
Did I
is
do good? Or
In the Bread
wait,
podcast.
wasn't mine good enough?
Wait, this is In the Bread? Oh, sorry, I'm in the
Hello,
wrong
this is
podcast.
Dead Ed from the In the Bread podcast.
Nuggsy's left. Okay, we have with us today, as always, the naked Nuggsy, the lubed up
Ooh.
on wit, and the semi-erect Dead Ed myself. How are we all doing, gents?
Hotter now that I closed all the windows.
Yeah, we're just saying. Yeah, okay. You
It's
don't
because of the crickets and stuff.
fucking hate sport. Anyway, so how's
I know!
how's people's weeks been?
Not bad.
Not
Pretty
bad?
quiet, kind of, I
Oh,
Back to
guess.
work.
Well, you started working. I started work again for the new year.
But you get like loading or whatever, right? Like
Actually-
that extra dosh.
No, I haven't actually. I worked New Year's Eve. I worked that day. That was a solid day. I haven't actually started my first shift for the year. So
What?
I'll be starting that in a couple of days though. So no need to worry. No need to cry.
Oh. Alright, I'll just push the tears back in then.
But I have got some bad news. Something unfortunate has happened to me as of yesterday. And
You lost your virginity? Finally?
No, that's good news. I said bad news.
Oh, I'm sorry. Some people would consider that bad news.
Well, he's married, so it's okay.
That's true.
I now have a
Herpes.
A herpes. Oh, 6 herpes.
a $600 doorstop.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah. What do you mean?
My PlayStation 3 has
Oh,
become corrupt. This is why I'm not a fucking console. It has become corrupted. Some of the
You're not a console.
I do not do consoles for this. I mean, my PlayStation 2, that works fantastically still. My 64, great. But the newer generation of consoles are just friggin' stupid. Buy a PC if you're going to do that kind of stuff. You can basically get all the same games on there anyway. But my damn PlayStation 3, which I also use to watch Blu-rays like once a year. Okay, a Blu-ray once a year. Has carked it. I installed a game that was secondhand, and it worked fine. Then my then my PlayStation 3 wouldn't turn off. It just wouldn't turn off. So I had to do a hard stop, a hard switch off.
Hard reset.
Yeah, did that. Every time it loads now, it says you have a corrupt file, and we have to fix it. So we go through the fixing screen, and it's got like the timeline, the percentage of how much your little console's fixed, and it gets to 32 and it stops. And then I'm guessing it's re-downloading the whole system, because then it goes for about 3, 4, 5 hours. It gets to something like the mid-40 range, and then it resets, comes up with the exact same error message. And I've tried fixing it 3 or 4 times now, and it's always happened at the same spot, always the same amount of time.
Did you
Look it up.
Give Google a look.
Gave,
At all?
Gave Google a look. Some people, one article I've read that they're saying to do a safe mode launch. I fucking knows how you're supposed to do that without a freaking keyboard and mouse. But
Can you plug in a keyboard and mouse into that thing?
it's a console, mate.
Why? But
Yeah, but you
did it
can
go
still
through this-
plug them in.
No, you can't. That's just,
Did it say you needed a keyboard and mouse though?
I have no idea, but all I know is that it's got an
You probably
ejector key.
don't. You probably just hold a couple of keys together or something. And also,
It's got two.
PlayStation 4s and Xboxes that allow for keyboards. So I'm pretty sure 3 would also allow for a keyboard as well.
I do, but I'm in the
Should.
I'm in the headspace that a console doesn't have that.
Well, they marketed it as an all-in-one
I don't
machine.
give a
so-
shit.
Yeah, a media center.
Media center, yeah.
that.
To justify the cost at the time. Right?
It
Well,
doesn't.
these fancy flash words or whatever they are.
Well, it worked because everyone
Yeah.
has one. So.
You can get a donkey and super glue feathers on it. Doesn't make it a fucking chicken.
No, it makes it a
You
unicorn.
could taste just like a chicken.
You could give my grandmother wheels, and she wouldn't be a bicycle. Something along
That
those
is
lines.
true.
Reminds me of that turkey.
That was good turkey.
It was. It's delicious turkey.
You guys finish it yet?
Oh my gosh! No, we still got some. Nuggsy got me. We celebrated Christmas together, which was very nice on December 28th, I think. Yes, it was. And Nuggsy got me
Yes.
the Festivus card game,
Oh yeah.
which I've got behind me right now.
Well, it's not a card game. It's just a set of cards. You know that,
Oh,
right?
sorry.
Better
Playing.
show the viewers.
Sorry, no, that's I got confused. It is a deck of cards which are Festivus
Yes.
theme. But today I was in Zing, and I was looking around. There is a full legit, the same art style as well, Festivus board game. I kid you not.
Ooh. Did you buy it?
No, because I kind of waiting. They're supposed to have the sales on. It was one of those situations that everything I didn't want. No, everything that I didn't want was on sale, and everything that I did want that was good was full priced. Well done, Zing. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
I wonder what that could mean.
It means
Must be a strategy or something.
yeah, that was strategy.
Must be a strategy.
I'll give them my strategy hard up their ass.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway. Oh yeah, and just to confirm, not last week, actually, a couple of podcasts ago, I was talking about the quote-unquote most powerful graphics card GPU ever created. It was, in fact, the Titan V, or the Titan 5, NVIDIA Titan. So, I know we spoke about that, but... Yeah.
Were you corrected or something?
No, I corrected myself. Because I found the old article, and I was like, that's the one I was trying to talk about, and I had no idea what I was blabbering on.
How old was the article?
Oh,
Oh fuck! You know what that reminded me?
just literally closed it. Yeah? What?
All right, I'll do it. I'll do it now while I remember. I didn't do the RSS feed for the last one. I keep thinking about it, but I'm always out when I think about it, and by the time I get home, I don't remember. And then the last 2 days,
Yeah.
huh?
I think you just hate Ed. You just don't want to help him.
Oh yeah, but that's a given, you know. And the last 2 days, so on what's today? Tuesday, Monday, Saturday. I was at my uncle's and auntie's for a. We usually have Chris. Family members are involved. We usually get together on Boxing Day with one of my mum's uncles.
December 9th was the article. Sorry. Anyway, you're saying.
But for some reason, I don't know. I guess we haven't really done Boxing Day with them since my nan passed away. Wait, I don't know if it's because of that, but it seemed to coincide with that period. Well, we did it this year, and I guess nobody expected it to happen, but then it did, or people were busy. I can't remember. So we did it on the Saturday, and because my auntie went away, and my sister was house sitting for a different auntie, and she asked if I would, I guess, keep her company. So as soon as we got back from that, I went with my sister to my auntie's house, and I was there all of Sunday and came back Monday afternoon, I think. So I haven't really had a chance to... I think today would have been the first chance I had to do anything, and I didn't.
These just sound like excuses to me.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, what is this?
I completely forgot why you were talking.
This is about. Okay, I think he's trying to make an excuse for his lazy behavior.
Oh, jeez. You know, speaking of excuses,
Oh, here we go.
no.
Look what you've done, Nuggsy.
No, hasn't
You're
done
welcome.
anything. You know how I was raving
Speaking
on?
of excuses, why didn't we do the photo shoot, punk?
Yeah.
I was fat and filled with turkey.
I told you when you said you had a schedule and you were going to do it after lunch. I said then and there, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be too lazy.
And I knew that was going to be the case. That's why I didn't agree
I
with
wasn't
you.
lazy.
You're a whore.
I was fat, full of turkey.
You're always fat.
Yeah, but I was specifically full of
Thanks, man.
turkey. And that's right. Stop sidetracking me.
I
Actually,
didn't eat that much. It was all like gravy.
it was very
That
nice.
stuffing was delicious.
Oh, thank you.
Stuffing.
You really gotta let the juices get into the turkey. And that reminds me. Speaking of juices, you know what I've been watching?
Oh no. Oh.
Bukake. No. I've been watching. I've just I think I mentioned it before. I've rewatched Community, seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've just finished watching season 5, and I am trudging into season 6, kicking and screaming. But I have to watch the end of this bloody show, even though it's changed so much.
Yeah, I had that issue with I think it's season 3 or 4 where they got rid of I can't remember his name, the main guy who was behind the show.
Oh, the showrunner, the frontrunner, the guy.
I can't think of his name at the moment. But yeah, I dropped off when he left, and they brought him back a season later, but I couldn't get through. I think it may have been season 3 or 4. I just couldn't get through it.
That's him. Yeah, he's yeah. When he left, things started to change. For me, it was Pierce. When
It definitely changed, and yeah, when Pierce left, you can see that everything was definitely going downhill. But it wasn't all that bad, I didn't think. I still watched it. It was okay. Like, it definitely was never going to be the same, but
Yeah.
it was fine.
I cried when we lost Pierce. I cried. I was doing the washing up last night or the night before when it was the episode where Troy left, and I was there holding back the tears, and George was sad, and I was like, don't. Just don't.
So
George.
who's still there out of the originals? So Pierce is gone. Troy is now gone, apparently.
4.
So it's only 3. The originals, besides the 4 remaining, Jeff, Britta, the Hot Jew, and Albert. And
Alison
But
Brie.
he got really Alison Brie's character. But he got really annoying. Albert, like, he wasn't actually interesting anymore.
Yeah.
He needs Troy, otherwise, it just doesn't work.
And
Yeah,
then-
because he was always like the quirky kind of not a dumbass but lovable goof.
we could say something about Pierce. Albert was just autistic.
No, everyone hated Pierce. I mean, I didn't hate Pierce.
No,
But...
not everyone.
No,
You
I
hate
think
it.
No. When I say everyone, I mean normal people hated Pierce.
I think it's the way they
Racist
wrote
or
him.
whatever.
That was him.
He
Because
was funny.
He was that character.
because
He had to be the oddball of the oddball group. That was just who he was.
But do you have to be so racist?
Yeah.
Yes.
He did. So
as far as I'm aware,
it's a demographic.
I mean, Chevy Chase, I think, is like pretty much that person anyway.
That's what they say.
Oh, but he
But-
hated where his character was heading. Huh?
Yeah, that's apparently why he left.
Well, he hated the show to begin with because he reckoned sitcoms were like the lowest form of comedy. He wasn't a fan of sitcoms, and so he thought it was just like stupid TV, and he didn't think it was an overly funny show.
So why did he sign on to it?
He
Money.
was probably and he was probably
It's so
contracted.
silly. Oh, I hate sitcoms anyway. I'm on the sitcom now.
People are fickle.
I hate crime drama, but I was in a crime drama show. I don't watch that torture porn shit. Hate it.
I mean, I
Torture
suppose.
Yeah.
I suppose it's easy to forget that actors. It's just for a lot of them, it's just a job. Like you look at acting like, oh, it would be fantastic to be an actor. You just turn up, you pretend to be someone else. Surely they'd enjoy it. But most people, at least from what I've been led to believe, it's just a job. They turn up, they get paid, they go home.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't care about this sort of stuff. Only some people have like a passion for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and those are the
who actually
pretentious
enjoy it.
pricks that you got to avoid. Oh my fuck! Those people just don't know how to shut the fuck up.
But they're great.
Yeah, it's like so sticking a staple through your piss hole.
Oh, well, I don't
Actually,
know.
that
I've
is
never
pretty
tried.
good,
It could be
yeah.
really great.
That is a highlight of my day. But
I mean, people have had that area pierced, so
Pierce,
Let's talk about Pierce again.
Pierce
Yeah.
Hawthorne.
yeah.
But I will admit, season 5 had one of my favorite catchphrases from the whole series. and it was from the lovable Garrett.
Oh,
It's
Garrett.
Garrett, you remember Garrett?
Yeah, that nerd dickhead.
Yeah. Curses a lot. That guy. He does. I've watched it about 3 times now. Just the clip of it is they're doing the dance and they've gotten confused. No, they've gone with Senior Chang's idea of having bear down, kind of the bear down dance for studying before the finals exams. And then they realized it was a very taboo thing because someone died from a bear attack earlier that day. So they tried to make it the fat dog thing. So they're all doing the fat dog dance, and Garrett kicks over one of the bear cutouts. Then it reveals that it's not a fat dog; it's really a bear. And he just screams, "It's a bear dance!" And scene.
I guess we needed to have been there to.
Yeah, you did. So good.
I don't remember that scene.
It's so fucking good.
Is this from Community?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen past like the 3rd season.
Oh.
3rd or 4th season.
Yeah, he
I
might
can't
not have
remember
been
which
the main character. Oh, he would have been.
No. He was
not a main, sorry, reoccurring.
He was reoccurring.
I can't even remember what I got up to. For some reason, the last episode I can think of is, I think it may have been the one where Pierce fakes his death and he invites, or his dad or something, and you get invited to the mansion and.
It sounds like the Halloween episode.
Is that the one with
he's haunting them or something?
Yeah. He's in the.
Is that the one with the dude with that's in Breaking Bad, Gus or whatever?
I don't know.
All right, never mind.
It's been a while now.
Oh well, it's a good show. They did get up to their 6 seasons, but I don't think they'll ever do their movie.
Wait, is it finished or is it still going?
It's done.
Oh, it's gone.
I mean, they haven't officially said it's done, but it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then the only way a movie will ever work is if they get the full cast back. If they can't, they killed off Pierce. Unless he's like, oh, I was faking it. I'm really alive.
No, but he reappeared like in a hologram once, so you can do that again.
They could do a prequel.
Technically, he was still alive at that point in the show. It was only about 2 episodes after that they announced his character, quote unquote, as dead. And then the following episode, surely it's the Ass Crack Bandit episode. Then the following episode, they walk in at the beginning of the episode holding Pierce's lava lamp, which has got his soul in it for the neo-Buddhist cult that he's with. So
I thought, hang on. I thought the hologram thing. No, really?
That was he had been banned for. At that point, he's talking about being banned from campus for sexual reasons. And I
thought he died, and then he just randomly, when the new season started or something, he popped up in the hologram.
No,
I really don't remember.
No.
Okay,
I feel like we should have added a spoiler to the beginning of this conversation.
Years ago, who cares?
So old now.
Yeah, but you know,
I mean, it's not like what happened.
People
in the
may have been
Star
putting
Wars
it off.
movie. You know, I can't believe what happened. At the
Snape
end.
killed Dumbledore.
Yeah, not again.
Using the Force, and he came back as Jesus
Which
Christ.
one?
What? All of them.
You used Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
Lundgren.
Wait, did you say London? Because.
Has fallen.
Oh,
Because.
nice segue, Nuggsy.
Thanks. I planned it and everything.
We are dealing with an era where
What kind of error?
people are
404.
Is it like
guilty before they
the
are
screen of death
innocent.
kind of error, or because that's a pretty bad one?
People are what?
Are guilty before they are innocent.
Oh, you mean like someone claims that someone's a pervert or something, and they're instantly classified as guilty
That's right.
in society's eyes?
We have our case. The first one I'm talking about is this news article that came out on the January 1st. So it was the beginning of the year. A man in the UK known as Danny Kaye, K-A-Y. Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly who Danny Kaye is. He's not English though; he's American.
But it was in the UK.
Oh, okay. Is this a particular incident or something?
It is a particular incident.
Okay, continue.
He spent 2 years behind bars, and it has been revealed that the evidence used was edited and misleading. A conversation between him and the accuser, and he was in jail for 2 years on a rape charge, and he is now out and cleared because it was all, as I said before, and in quotes, edited and misleaded.
Wait,
Misleading.
Danny K.
Who edited it? The lawyers?
No, I guess the accuser. Danny K. Danny K, that's his name. Look at the article.
This may be a different Danny K then, because Danny K died in the 80s. The one that I know of, anyway.
Well, he may have been accused
he's
of rape
free
too.
now.
Yeah.
Someone go tell him.
Alright.
Who's Danny K? Did he make Special
Danny
K?
K is a American actor and comedian from like the...
It might be the same guy. This guy's 26 now. How old's Danny K? How old's your
he was... Alright, well, he was 76 when he died in 1987.
And he came back to life? Was it reincarnation, Nuggsy?
That's actually a pretty similar age, yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
And Danny K... Anyway, we can't confirm this shit. We're not psychics. But...
Fucking... There it is! I have all my links everywhere. Oh, good.
Anyway, Danny K, he was, he went to jail, and then, it was deleted messages on Facebook that his sister-in-law was able to find through Facebook in a matter of minutes, and it cleared his name. He had an appeal, and it came clear that he wasn't, in fact, a rapist, and he's out of jail.
Just a racist.
He wasn't even a rape. Oh. Not all racists are rapists, and vice versa. Neither are good, but it's not. It sucks the fact that we're living in a society now where it comes to a point where it's he said, she said, and it's always he's wrong because he's the man and he's the rapist, and she said because she's crying right now. It's obvious. Look, we're not condoning rape, obviously, but why is it the fucking fact that such important evidence like deleted messages on Facebook cannot be used in court to prove someone's innocence?
Who said it couldn't?
Well, they couldn't. Apparently, the cops couldn't quote find it.
Oh.
and then the sister-in-law, who is not a social media using person, actually I can't quote that they say they couldn't find it, but they couldn't find it. Found it on.
But how could she find it? That's what scares me even more.
Well, the interesting thing is, she said it only took her a couple of minutes, but yet she had 2 years of him in jail. Like, what the fuck? I don't like him that much. Let him go to jail for.
Yeah. At one time, he pulled my
dick.
Barbie doll's head off. Yeah.
Anyway,
that's why Ken doesn't have a penis anymore. He just pulled it off.
So again, this is a system designed to protect the innocent, and this is not the case. Because
but this isn't the first time this has happened, and it's not from cases like this as well. There are heaps of guys that are innocent going to jail for murder and shit like that. This isn't uncommon territory.
This sounds like like true. you would have to know that the messages could be edited in the first place.
Yeah, of course.
To look for it, because if you were given a phone and somebody said to you, "Oh, look, someone so said this about you," you'd be like, "Oh, I can see the messages there right in front of my face."
Well, it's interesting that you should bring up a phone, because the other article I came across, this was in December.
These segues, I'm too good.
Very good, Nuggsy. Liam...
It's like you guys have rehearsed it.
No, it's on the fly, Liver. There's no scripts.
My mistake.
Sorry, Ed, let me just write that part into the script. So.
Oh, please do. Yes. A gentleman named Liam Allen, and this isn't the Liam Allen from the 70s, this is 22-year-old Liam Allen.
You sure it's not Danny K?
He, again... was going through court and was looking at a lengthy jail sentence when it was revealed that something like police had failed to hand over like 40, and I'm not kidding, 40,000 messages from his accuser, which cleared his name. Again, he was guilty before being able. He's fucking guilty in everyone's eyes, and then. So they found these text messages, which again were, I'd have to say, manipulated by the accuser or whoever was in charge of that, her lawyer or whatever. And so he was in the process of potentially going to jail. And then it was revealed that these messages not only confirmed to the accused, but also the accuser's friends, that it was consensual sex, and in fact, quote, she was discussing with him, the accused, fantasies of violence, sex, and rape.
Oh,
so
and he probably didn't want it, and then she flipped the switch and decided to scream rape.
Possibly. I know. I've got. There's so much facts that I've been reading about these two cases. I remember one of them said that in a text message or in a message through somewhere, he had said sorry, and it was believed by everyone that this sorry was towards sorry for raping you, when it was a case of sorry I wasn't talking to you because when I got back to university. In fact, I think it was the one. Oh, here we go. Upon discovering the messages, Mr. Oh no, that's not it. Doesn't matter. But again, it's a case of he said, she said, here's the evidence that we have manipulated to make you look like the worst person in the world, apologizing for being a rapist and all that stuff. And another man could have potentially gone to jail and been on the sex offenders list, which is almost
such a common thing.
That's the media.
I know.
Yeah,
this is the police.
Media,
this is the police.
But I'm just saying, like, it's everywhere already. Just look at the media.
Oh, true.
Like, there was something, I think Mark Hamill said something negative about the new Star Wars movie. I think he said something like, oh, that's not the way he would have done it. And everyone in the media was like, oh, I didn't see any articles per se, but the article that I read said that, you know, people were taking what he said out of context, because what I think he actually said was he didn't agree with the way it was. Like, I guess the movie was being the direction of the movie, but then he watched the movie afterwards and he said he was wrong. But they cut out that second half of what he said and went with the first half to cause controversy. And, and you know, a talking point. I know, that's what I'm saying.
Fucking media, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's a case like someone influential. Let's say an actor says, I enjoy shooting my gun at the firing range. I believe gun control is important, but I love nothing more than shooting my pistol out there and shooting a blank target. The media would be quoting, I love shooting. Actor condones mass murder, suicides. You know, gun prevention is bad, according to this guy. Yada, 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 yada.
Yep.
This is why the media is evil.
Yep.
But then we rely on it so much.
I don't rely on it. I hate reading news articles. It makes me sick.
Makes me sick.
What kind
it
of
really does. I hate it.
Yeah, I know, but you're right. What? I mean, if
everyone stopped reading it, they would cease to exist.
Peace. The world would be peaceful.
The world might have a bit of peace. It very well could. Who knows?
You know what? There's no peace in Iran right now.
Yeah, but they might have heaps of negative Nancy's in their media reports as well, so we don't know.
No, it's because the government has banned Instagram and another one in Iran and other things. The government's probably being a big bitch. What?
People get so upset over something like that. Like, oh,
I need my Instagram.
I need to take selfies of my fucking eyes that no one can see. Great.
Which one's Instagram? That's not Pinterest, is it? Pinterest is a different one.
Yeah, they have two different names. Yes, they are different.
Instagram, I know that, but they're not linked together. Instagram is that picture one that you send photos that can be delete themselves, right?
No, that's Snapchat.
Oh, for fuck's sake! There's another one. Jeez. Okay, which one is Instagram? Okay, no.
It's just photos.
Okay, Google Instagram.
Instacest.
Instagram.
Instagram is just photos. Snapchat is like photos that do the thing plus
there's also a chat function.
Chat and
looks gay as shit.
But with the chat function, like you can save things if you want to. Why is that? There should be an indent there. Indent, please.
Why do we need this? 20 years ago we were surviving without this crap.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Don't you dare start this damn music video. Stop.
Oh yeah, apparently there's a way to turn that off now.
There is?
Yeah, if you go to the website bar, the address bar, if you click the little icon on the left corner.
You're talking about Chrome, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be in Firefox too. I don't know. I haven't texted it.
You mean the refresh button? Okay, I'll click that.
No, next to that.
There's a little eye symbol.
Yeah, click that. Yeah.
Or a little lock. Click it and you click on site settings.
Site settings, yep.
I think it's pop. But it's flash. You can turn flash off.
Flash.
That should stop videos. from playing.
Well, you can block it, but doesn't that mean that I can't...
what the hell? You have to click on site settings now? You used to just be able to click on that icon and that was it. Like, you didn't have to click on site settings. Fucking hell, why do they complicate everything? Oh!
Because fuck you, that's why.
Oh. There's like an extra 2 clicks now because of this shit.
Oh, hang on, no, the video still started again. I did it, and I saved it. Wait, flash, block.
Actually, yeah, why would that work? Because it doesn't use flash, does it? I mean, it can use HTML5 as well, right?
I don't know.
Oh, I give up. I really do. Nuggsy, this isn't working. What's wrong? I don't know.
maybe turn off JavaScript.
Oh,
just that way it won't.
You know, let's Google.
The site breaks.
But the site will break. Like half the things won't work.
Yeah. Tits. Oh, I
like
give
images won't load. Images don't load now. No.
I haven't actually tried it.
It doesn't block it. Anyway, fuck it. Who cares?
Fair enough.
Who cares? We do.
Anyway,
I suppose it'll block Flash.
oh, this should be a new Dave Chappelle. Sorry. Anyway, look.
What am I doing? URL.
Regarding your thing that you're talking about, Ed, with all the guiltiness and all that shit, it sucks.
Mm.
And the thing is, this is the common thing that happens all the time.
Yeah.
It's not just media that will sway the decision and like that kind of thing.
Yep.
If someone looks more sus than the other, they will point all the evidence to attack a certain person as opposed and just ignore everything else, you know?
Mm.
So if the person is black by default, they're going to get like, you know, which sucks.
African American, please.
My
it does suck. It's so friggin' stupid.
My sister's boyfriend
black
is Tongan.
Tongan.
And yeah, he gets pulled up at airports a lot.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Really?
Yeah.
He's not.
I think one time they stopped him and did the like the explosives test.
That happens to me all the
like
time.
Where they test for explosion residue and stuff. Or like
that's normal.
It's only ever happened to me once. Yeah.
My sister always gets it though.
And
must be her beard that throws him off.
And I think it came out positive, and he was like, "Oh shit, I shouldn't have gone to the gun range today."
Did he say that?
Yeah, and the guy was like, "That's not a great time to say that." So he tested him again.
What the fuck? Well, I mean, just getting back to this whole thing, had the guy gone to jail, or let's say a Tongan was put in jail for apparently having explosive residue on his bags or whatever, the stuff that can go down in jail if you're considered a really bad person. I mean, look at that lady in Perth. What's her name? Judy Lennon? She was that lady, like that 44-year-old mother of 3 that like killed that autistic kid.
What?
She was some lady in Perth. She wanted to act out like she had this sick desire to kill someone. So her and an accomplice lured this poor like 18-year-old autistic kid to their house on the pretense of, you know, that she's going to be meeting with one of the sons, and she stabbed him to death.
That's disgusting.
Bitch. Anyway, she's in jail now, thank heavens. And you know what?
Innocent until proven guilty.
No, she was proved that she was guilty, and she buried him in her backyard and under a patio that was then.
It could have been anyone.
Oh, what a dumbass.
Anyway,
yeah, it could have been anyone. It was the cat.
Good news is she was beaten up and burned at the
burn.
Yeah, she was beaten up and badly burnt by the inmates because she fucking got what she deserved.
Apparently that's the thing. Like all the like prison shows and stuff that are out there, they say that if you're like a child molester or a wife beater, you're pretty much fucked in jail. I don't. What do you have? What's molest? What's a molesting?
It's a dance. It's a dance that you do.
Oh, great! Oh, I can't wait for this to hit the fucking sounds. Okay. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's what I heard too. If these people aren't exactly regarded highly in normal life, regular outdoor life, so in prison, I don't think. I mean, there's a code in prison as well. We've all seen the movies, and that's what's going to happen to sickos in there as well. The people that think it's okay to hurt people and murder people.
Which is really weird if you think about it. I mean, I'm sure not everyone in jail is.
Why they have standards?
The worst person. Yeah, but like...
They have standards because they're easy target, because if all they've done is something shit like that, it means they can't defend themselves. They're an easy target in jail.
Well, she was preying on an easy target. So do child molesters.
Well, yeah, but if you think about it, that could be somebody else who's murdered someone, but just because they weren't a child, or someone who was autistic or woman, then it's fine. You know, it's just a weird standard to have. Like you'd think if you've done one thing wrong, like it doesn't matter if somebody else has done something worse because it's still like you're still on the same playing field. You've still done something crap, and you're in jail because of that reason. To then go and be like, oh yeah, but my offense was lesser than your offense. You killed an autistic child. I just killed 3 people in the house who were asleep at night.
Well, okay.
Like, it's just weird. That's all.
I'd sooner shake hands with someone who, say, committed tax fraud than someone who killed an autistic kid.
No, I know that. That's why I said it depends who's in jail, but the people who would be taking, well, I guess vengeance on
stealing from the government
wouldn't be the people who are in there for tax evasion. It'd be the people who'd killed people before.
Okay. Well, it's not exactly our area, is it? We don't know much about it. Have either of you been to jail?
I feel like I have been.
Your parents' house, not including.
Oh. No.
No, I can't say I ever have. Actually, I went to a.
I have.
Kind of.
Sorry.
Years and years ago, we went on holidays in Port Macquarie.
I killed someone.
Not far from Port Macquarie, there's an old convict jail.
Oh, I love that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, that's history though, isn't it? It's not real.
I mean, you didn't specify. You said, "Have you ever been to a jail before?"
I went to the jail in Old Sydney Town. I got my photo taken.
Yeah, I was in the stocks.
Actually,
someone threw a tomato at me.
I think I was at the Melbourne one where they had an old convict jail. This is so interesting. They had the death masks of the convicts' heads that were.
It freaked me the fuck out.
That's great.
Because I was only like 6 or 7.
Oh, dude.
And in some of the cells they had like dummies.
Yeah, they're always like.
I like that. That scared the fuck out of me. I was like, Mama, I want to go. I want to get out of here.
You're gonna learn a lesson.
Like, oh no, look, you just wanna.
Gonna go in that
go
cell.
Up here, and I was like, Mom, I want to get out of here.
Gonna close that door, and you're gonna spend all night in this cell with that.
Yeah.
Dummy. And that dummy was a child molester. Wait, why was the dummy in jail? What did he do wrong?
Like that.
He spat the dummy.
Oh, okay. Oh, jeez. Jail. You know what? Then you got the issue of jail being such a drain on tax funders' money. That sentence didn't come out right. Being such. Fuck it. Oh. Yeah, so much money from the tax people goes to. Why can't I fucking say this?
Slow it down, Chief.
Okay. I know what I'm trying to say, but my brain is just like, you're on your own, faggot. Okay, let's figure this out. Okay, so much of taxpayer funds go towards paying for jails and inmates' life stuff. That was probably the most coherent I'm going to be with that sentence.
Hey,
didn't make any sense.
Ed.
Hey, Arnold was a great show.
It was.
What's up?
Can we change the stylization of "I like" because in the description?
Yeah, sure.
I like this better instead of the stars.
Okay, I like stars.
It's just underscore.
Oh, that way we can actually say stars now.
Stars and stripes.
I like Emma Stone because.
Go on. Why do you like Emma Stone?
Well, no, we're not playing the game. Wait, it's not updating for me. I still see stars. What have I got?
No, I posted in chat.
Oh, well, yeah, do it. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Yeah. No,
Publish.
You want me to do it? I'll do it. Okay, do that.
Why can't I do YouTube? Actually, I can. Never mind.
Yeah, you can. You got all the information. You should be.
Yes.
It's not too hard. It's only like 3 weeks we've been doing it.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, I don't know what. So those were the articles I came up with. There was another article, but I didn't get a chance to read it.
Oh, the article that I was talking about before, I can't find. I left it. Google has a side. The Google launcher on Android has like a sidebar, and it comes up with news and things that are relevant to you based on stuff that you may have searched.
Oh, I love those. Yeah, I've got that.
So I left it there on purpose so I could scroll through and read it later, and because I went through a bunch of other articles that were on there, it refreshed it and it's gone. So I can't remember what it was.
Well, in that case, then should we move on to this week?
Yeah, we should kick Nuggsy out. I think.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, you know what I learned this week?
Oh yeah.
This week,
Go on.
I found a very interesting article actually. You know what? There's this whole like, what a response! I found a really good article. Oh fuck! He doesn't shut the fuck up.
I thought that the fucking podcast server's still going.
Yes.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Well, you know the whole conspiracy theory about how man never really landed on the moon and it was all bullshit.
Right.
It was all set up. Well, I think
the proof. Yes.
the biggest way to prove that man landed on the moon was to say, look at a picture of the moon that was taken from Earth through a massive fucking telescope of the American flag on the moon to show, that would pretty much be proof that we got a flag on the moon and someone would have to be there to get the flag on the moon.
Right.
So I was thinking, surely there must be some picture out there from a telescope of the moon and the flag, and apparently it is, but it's not very clear, and it's like,
the only problem with that is that these people would look at that photo and go, oh, that's photoshopped.
Yeah.
That's been faked. It's been edited. The only way they would believe that is if you show them yourself.
Yeah, of course.
How is
It's
it
if
not
you give them a
clear?
telescope.
I don't know.
We have things that can see millions of light years away.
Yep.
Yet this isn't clear.
I know. I can't figure it out.
I mean, if you're talking about like the little like satellites we've sent out and stuff that send pictures back, that's a bit different.
Why is it different? Why can't you just put
Because they send photos back.
Yeah. Why can't
And
you
a lot
just
of
say
those
it's
photos that you see aren't actual photos. They
Mosaics.
send back noises and like
Oh.
They're usually hundreds of photos stitched together.
but the further out it is, they can't send back photos because they don't, like, at that point the camera's been turned off to save energy. So they send back like sonic noises and stuff like that, and which then get interpreted into what they assume based off of those noises it would look like.
The fuck are you talking about? What?
So it could all be
It
bullshit.
sends back
I
music.
can't explain it, but it's a thing.
That's like saying I'm going to get my MP3 of friggin' Billy Idol and paint a picture
Yeah.
I guess you could.
with acrylic paint. It doesn't make sense, Nuggsy. How does that work?
But
could
it's
be
not the same
inspired.
sounds. It's different things in space make different sounds based off of like.
What are you talking about? We're
Radiation
talking of
and-
photos. Is it just all radio waves that fly through the air that we receive? I assume.
No.
that's-
But it can't send back photos if the camera's not turned on. So what does it send back?
Don't
It
they
sends
have
back
fucking
information,
Bluetooth?
but what information is it sending back?
What the Just data, Nuggsy. This is what I was trying to talk about. Pull it together. It's okay. It's okay. You still love yourself. My gosh, you got a big penis. Okay. Where was I? Anyway, this week
go on. Yes.
I learned. Okay, so anyway, getting on to what I was talking about.
Did you know photos are a
Oh,
thing?
for fuck's sake! Yes, and you use your friggin' MP3 player now as a DSLR.
Oh, so they still have a use. I shouldn't have thrown mine out.
Yes.
I still have my Nano though. Oh wait, no, it's an iPod Mini. Never mind. Continue.
I think I
I
will.
never had a Nano.
I did actually. I couldn't. I was doing a film shoot for a friend, but he couldn't pay me any money, so he gave me an iPod Nano. I was like, oh, thanks. I didn't realize it was worth
wow.
like $200. I was like, oh wow, thanks. It's like the most I've ever got from back there. It was like quite a few years ago now. So I
Yeah.
was really happy to get that. It's just like, it was a prop that he used. And I was like, holy hell, why did you use this? Why did you get a $200 prop? Couldn't you just borrow one? He was like, I never found out why, but either way, it was great. I used that for ages. I love that little Nano. Fits in my butt.
So
really
wait,
well.
you started to love it after you realized how much it cost?
No, I was using it well and truly for a long time, but I was like, how much does a Nano cost? What, maybe $60? And then I googled it, and it was like it had like 64 gigs or something like that, and it was like.
Did you not see the Apple logo at the back? That means they're instantly 5 times the price of everything else.
But I didn't know that.
He has a point.
I never really had it. I hadn't owned it before that point. I'd never owned an iPod or an iPhone or an iPad or anything like that. It was just
Yeah.
Hmm.
I gotcha.
Anyway, this week I learned
Yes.
that the flags that were placed by the American astronauts on the moon, because they are made of nylon, and apparently they cost NASA $5.50 each, because they're on the surface of the moon and they're not protected by an atmosphere, and they are constantly being bombarded by UV rays, and also having to deal with the extreme heat of 100 degrees Celsius, and then freezing cold temperatures of negative 150 degrees Celsius. They believe now that the flags that have been left are nothing but privileged, and by that I mean nothing but white, because all the colours will have been faded.
Yeah.
So nothing but white flags now, which is kind of sad, because I was hoping, in a couple of 100 years' time, man would be like colonizing the moon, and people would be going there for holidays, and they would have like the sites preserved and have like the American flag still there. I don't know if they can reverse.
Mummy, why is the flag white? Oh, racist. That's why.
It's privilege, son.
And why would the flag even stay there? Like, I mean, I never understood that.
Because they stick it into the ground.
Pin that shit, yeah. So, did he freaking bolt it down and he put cement?
There's no atmosphere, or there is, but it's very light. There's no gravity or anything, so there's no. The only thing that really affects the moon is like meteors and stuff that hit it, the surface of.
Damn meteor! Fuck you again! Wait,
so they can ruin our wonderful flag then.
Yeah.
Because there's that, like, I'm pretty sure for the most part, if they put in the flag, like there is a chance that the flag would just remain still.
Of course it remains still. It's got nothing to move it.
Yeah, no, but it wouldn't be draping. It would be like unfurled still. So it would look like an image kind of thing. Yeah, unless you touched it, and then it would ripple and move around. That's what that was. But that's because there's no real atmosphere. Everything is just like there's nothing to affect it.
Yeah, it's just chilling there. In fact, I've seen. I assume it was video footage of one of the flags being erected, but that's why they got the that's what you do. You erect a flag.
I know how to do that.
It's weird because it's the fabric just kind of sits there in this weird position, and they move it and it moves, and then it's suspended in the extraordinarily thin atmosphere. And it looks bizarre because it's fabric, it's cloth. And it doesn't do anything. But either way, nothing. It doesn't matter anyway because they're speculating. It's not actually confirmed, but they are speculating now that the flags up there are just blank. In which case, then anyone can go there. Russians, the Chinese, and spray paint their
It doesn't
own
count.
flags.
Doesn't count.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck.
Could you really spray paint it though, or would gravity prevent it from happening?
That's interesting. I assume the particles of paint would still stick to it.
Probably wouldn't dry though without an atmosphere.
Yeah, you'd actually paint, right? You couldn't actually use a spray can.
It'd probably explode. Yeah, but I'm sure you could put in like a canister that
it would explode.
Prevent it from exploding.
It's just send up a new fucking flag. We don't need spray paint.
But
no, we need heritage. We need this fixed.
Oh jeez.
But if you were to spray it at like a paint can in space, does that mean like the individual like droplets or like of spray would just continue traveling?
If there's got nothing,
it wouldn't stop, right? Because there's nothing to stop it.
No friction. It wouldn't have a reason to stop. It'd keep going.
So that means that if you sprayed like a can of like paint in space in one direction, it could potentially hit something in space.
Yeah.
One day.
I'd like to send one direction into space and make sure that they go as far away as possible. Yes.
Oh, I wouldn't mind doing that with the stupid Logan brothers, whoever the fuck they are.
What? You want some brothers to leave? You don't know who they are?
Who the hell's Logan brothers? Wait, hang on.
I know of one of them, but I found out today that they're brothers. Apparently, one of them's a real.
Wait, the football
boy who has different ideas.
No, they're like YouTube personalities or something, actors, and it just it's promoting. I don't really want to talk about them. They have enough media exposure as it is. They just do dumb shit, and apparently one of them did something really dumb.
Oh, what was it?
They kind of got into trouble. One of them went to do you guys know of the suicide forest in Japan?
Yep.
Yes.
Apparently one of them went there, and I don't think they showed a body, but they said that they, in the video, it was like a vlog. They in this vlog he was talking about seeing like someone who had hung themselves in this forest, and apparently he was cracking jokes or something like that. And he got into trouble about it, and he was like, "Oh, I've never gotten into trouble before. This is the first time.
Got in trouble where?
Kind of thing, and then apologized and stuff. The media latched onto it.
Oh, you mean like they got backlash?
Yeah, backlash.
Oh, jeez, let's just hope we don't get friggin' media coverage, otherwise we're fucked. Seriously, we talk about everything.
Yeah, but I mean,
yeah, it's a shitty thing to do.
It's not the same, is it though? Because that's the thing with being in a close group of friends. Like, you can kind of joke about everything, but
we're not. This is
in the real world, you know that's not acceptable. Yeah, but I mean, it's like it's hard to disassociate that, if you know what I mean.
I do. It's
because you jump in and you're just talking.
I don't know. What does Milo think of it? Because I'm with him.
I reckon if I saw a dead body in real life, I would be so freaked out. I probably wouldn't talk to anyone for a few months. It would freak me out to hell, man. Especially, oh man. So I've seen a photograph of what happens to your body when you're left up to be hung for ages. It's not pretty. It's
when I was
pretty nasty.
Years ago, I think it was on Facebook. Like I started to watch like a beheading video. I just stopped.
Oh,
like,
Nugs.
Just as it started, I just like closed it. I was like, that stuck with me for months.
Let me tell you, it
was with a chainsaw too. It was a
chainsaw. What the fuck, man? Are you sure it wasn't a movie thing, like, found footage kind of thing? Sounds like the kind of thing someone would do.
I don't know how real it was. It was just on Facebook, and I noped out of there. It sat with me for a while, regardless, though.
Well, in high school, during maybe year 10 it would have been year 11, I guess.
Top Girl! Sorry.
There was a video of a beheading making its rounds on the internet somehow. It wasn't, because there wasn't social media or whatever, it wasn't that easy to find.
Rotten.com or something?
But, no, I think it was, I don't remember what it was on. It might have been on some news website that had it briefly on, but, for viewers' discretion or something. Anyway, I naturally got it, and the quality of it was so shit. Like, back then they recorded like 240p or something,
The best.
But I had the quality, and that would have been the best of the time. I had that quality.
The quality.
I had that video.
Snuff film.
That fit on maybe like a freaking floppy disk or something. Anyway, I got it. I brought it to school, and I put it on the network drive, and everyone wanted to watch it. Everyone wanted to watch it.
And you got in trouble.
No one got in trouble.
Okay.
Everyone wanted to watch it.
Why, man?
It made some people uncomfortable. It made others not care. Some of it was like it was so blurry. You couldn't even tell. It was so pixelated. That's a better word. It kind of looked like shit. So people kind of thought it was like fake or whatever, but it was a real thing.
Was this one of these terrorists? We're going to kill the infidels.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was one of those things.
I think mine was the same too, or along that vein anyway.
So they were just like hacking away at his neck till it dropped.
Mate.
That shit that doesn't bother me. I mean, it didn't bother me back then. As long as I think of it as a fake thing, then it doesn't bother me. But as soon as I know it's real, it really disturbs me.
You know what? That Friday the 13th game, that is it out now?
Yeah.
I watched the trailer for that. Cousin put it out for me, and he was talking about how great it was. Watching it, I had to stop watching it halfway through. It was just too much. It's like watching some lady getting her head put through a skewer and watching that point from she's alive now, okay, she's dead. I know it's just all pixels and all that stuff, but even for me, that was like, I can't watch that, man, because
we're getting older. The stuff.
See, that's weird because, like, that stuff I look at and it's different for me. Like, I guess I can disassociate because I know it's not real.
But the same for like with movies. Like,
I think it's the same with what Lebo was saying. Like, if you know it's not real, so it doesn't affect you, but the moment you know that it is real,
I think it's just maybe
it's a whole different kettle of fish.
But Killing Floor 2, I'll kill zombies for days. I mean, even Dead by Daylight. I mean, that's people being skewered and slashed and put onto I don't know, some type of I guess that has a somewhat fantasy realm to it, knowing that because they get pulled up by this kind of like these big fang things. I know it's not real.
It's just like watching a movie is what they were probably trying to do, but then they go a bit too far to make it look gruesome, so they can advertise it and sell it for what it is.
Not so much controversial, but like pushing the point kind of thing.
Pushing the envelope.
Yeah, but controversy isn't the word I was looking for.
Exposure, I'm guessing. Oh my gosh, look what they're doing now.
How controversial?
Well, just like I can't think of what I'm trying to say.
Well, actually, you know what's interesting?
I can't remember what I was gonna do. What was I doing?
Start some controversy.
Let's do it.
Podcast app.
Podcast that.
I think the new episode should be up now
Oh, excellent.
on the RSS.
Good to hear. But wait, what was I going to talk about now? Oh, yeah, that's right. Controversy. This is something that I think is really cool because it's VR, but it's also probably going to draw a lot of people, a lot of critics saying this is bad because it's teaching people how to use guns. It's like a weapon simulator where you get to actually learn how to, what I understood from the video, shoot and build and deconstruct certain guns, all in VR. And I thought, wow, that looks really cool because someone like me would never get a gun to play with, but then people would be on the fence saying this is terrible because it's teaching kids how to put guns together and then shoot people up if they wanted to. Thoughts?
True,
there was
but
a game.
anyone can learn it anyway.
Yeah. It's called the
I
internet.
can't remember what game it was. It was a couple of years ago now. It's basically you just go around and you kill everyone and anything
Sounds like
in
Postal.
the most gruesome way you want.
Yeah, I know
Not,
what you're
not
talking
Postal
about.
though.
Postal.
Like it's just there was no
reason. He just
reason.
he was
Yeah,
just a
you
piece
just
of
go
shit
out
and
and
he
you
just
just
got to kill everyone. Hatred.
Is it hatred? Okay.
Yeah.
And instantly, like it's straight away like over 18 regardless, but it was banned out here.
Oh, of course it would have been banned.
Yeah.
Hatred.
But then people were complaining about why can't we play these games here? Like we're adults, we should be. But why would you want to play a game like that? It doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
There's no
that's
objective
right.
other than to kill innocent people for no reason. How do you even want to play something like that? If you complain enough so much that I get that censorship is when things get censored, everyone makes a big deal about it. Fine, but this isn't censorship. This is logic. If you want to do something like that, then something's wrong with you. That's how
I agree, but
how's it any different?
I agree,
playing
but
the,
it's
the Killer in Dead by Daylight. Sorry, Nuggsy.
It's
not just that. I agree with you, but I mean the same could be said about say GTA 5 or any other war game that you play. Like you just go in and people senselessly killing.
But that's
like you play a war game.
You're shooting at a Nazi.
There might be
that's over the
purpose.
top most of the time, but at the same time, there's an objective to doing it. Like you're doing it for a reason, And this one, there's no reason. You're just killing people just because you just want to kill them.
Yes and no. Because you could jump into, say, Battlefield or Call of Duty or something, and you could go through the campaign, and sure, you might have objectives, but you're only killing to achieve that objective. Like there's no will to really do it except for the fact that you're told to. If that makes sense.
You're doing it to save the world.
But you're doing it exactly for the greater good.
We're the good guys. They're the bad guys. Bad guys can die because it's okay for bad guys to die.
I know what you're trying to say.
But bad and good is
subjective,
like relative. It's perspective,
and that too. It is relative, actually. To us, I mean, in fucking hell, Nazi Germany, the bad guys were everyone else except for Germans. Yeah. So the bad guys,
and even the allies of the Germans probably looked down on them because they weren't
German enough.
Yeah, exactly, and superior.
Yeah, it's true.
I get that, but then what? Like, forget that it's a bad guy killing innocent people. Let's say it's a good guy killing bad guys. Okay, let's swap that in the same game, but you just swap the roles, right?
Okay, so
but the game's about nothing. You're just killing.
So
unless I've misunderstood, maybe there is a story to it. But I was pretty sure when I read about it.
Same. As far as I was aware, it was just senseless killing. I don't know if there is a.
So it means, like, would you still want to play a game that has no meaning just to kill things? I mean,
no.
Okay, we kind of do that with zombie games and stuff, but like.
Apparently, the plot of Hatred revolves around a disturbed man whose name and background are not given, with him only known as the antagonist. He is disgusted by humanity's general existence. The antagonist arms himself with an AK-47 rifle, 3 fragmentation grenades, and a military combat knife, and starts a killing spree in New York City. And apparently it just goes on with him killing a bunch of people in one place and then traveling and then killing people in another place.
But what's the point of that? It just it sounds shit.
What's the point of killing
like
zombies?
it just keeps going, and then at some point he gets on a train and he discovers that there's a nuclear power plant in New Jersey, and on the way to the plane he kills everyone on board the train.
So he's driving the train.
Yeah, and he gets to the train operator, and he stops the train, and then makes his way on foot to a truck station, and he kills more people.
So it's just a kill simulator.
Yeah, and he just looks like you're around killing people everywhere and anywhere.
The same with killing Zeds. Zeds were people too at one point.
But they're not anymore.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's all relative. If you add meaning to it, then there's going to be meaning.
That's crazy.
And that was my biggest issue with this game. If there's meaning to doing it, like he's doing it for the great. I don't know. He's doing it for something. You know.
Well, I mean,
the reason
humans can be
jerks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And some days you do just want to go around with an AK-47 and shoot someone, but
yeah, and this is allowing you to do that.
Allowed.
And people like crazy, stupid people, like in America, who have access to guns easily, will go and do something like this. And I know they're already doing it with hack games and stuff. They've been doing it for many, many years. But it's just that encourages more of it.
But this sounds like the discussion we had about having those sex dolls that were for children, like no, not for children, children's sex dolls
children.
for pedophiles.
Oh yeah.
I mean, again, it's kind of like that whole thing. It's like they know what's right and wrong, but I'd sooner someone shoot up innocent people in a video game than in real life. But then there's also the argument of saying that this kind of quote unquote normalizes it, and then they think it's acceptable, then they do it in real life.
That's always annoyed me. The whole like he plays these types of video games.
Oh, whenever someone does a killing spree.
Yeah.
He likes Marilyn Manson.
You know,
holy
they look
shit.
at his wall. It's all like, you know, stupid. I don't know, Bachelor and all this other stupid.
I was watching
TV posters.
Porn.
Die Hard and Lethal Weapon and all those and war movies and stuff.
Yep.
When I was a kid, when I was like 6-7 years old, and
yeah,
I haven't gone out and shot anyone.
Oh, he's played Super Mario. He had to kill Goombas
is that what
to
they're called?
survive.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They'll link it up some way.
Yeah.
He listened to Hannah Montana. Holy shit!
You know, if someone out and killed a bunch of people after listening to Hannah Montana, I could understand that.
Yeah. Friggin', I mean, that's what I'd do. That's what I'd do. Not that I'm condoning killing anyone. I would if I was a psychopath that was going to do this, I'd post to my walls with friggin' Justin Bieber gay faggot piece of shit.
Just to ruin his life.
Just to ruin his fucking life. And then he would tweet out, "Oh, it's not my fault."
Yeah, but see, they'd spin
Manson's
that and they'd be
fault,
like, "Oh, he was so obsessed with Justin, and he had to go out and show his love for him somehow." Like they wouldn't be, "Oh, it drove him crazy."
Yeah.
It would be some weird love fanatic or something like that.
What was that guy that created that virus after that punk singer chick? Oh, what was it? The one that you were in love with, Leber. Like
Avril?
Yeah. Shut the fuck up, phone. Yeah, Avril Lavigne. Wasn't there the Avril Lavigne virus?
I have no idea. How do I get it? I'll take
when
it,
I was in
anyway.
when I was in primary school, I think like year 4 or year 5 or something.
Yeah.
We had a music teacher, and we were all asked to go away and research like an artist, a musical artist, and come back, and we did not a speech, but like a presentation on that artist. I went away and did Avril Lavigne because I really liked Avril Lavigne at the time. And I was pretty much the only person who didn't pick Eminem. Everyone else did it on Eminem, and I had Avril Lavigne.
What, no one did Tupac as well?
Oh, actually, Tupac may have been another one. It was either one of those two.
Well, you went to like a leb school, right?
Or,
very highly populated.
Yeah.
It's either Tupac or Eminem. Those are the greatest of all time. Blah, blah, whatever. Yeah?
I fucking hated it. It was...
because he's deep.
I remember one time it was raining outside, and so we were in the classroom, and they were playing I don't know what the song's name, but it's the Go Sade, It's Your Birthday. You want to party
50
like
cents
it's
in the
your
club.
birthday.
That friggin'
That one,
quote unquote song. Will you shut the fuck up? I'm doing a podcast.
It's got a nice beat.
It
to
does.
It.
It's like it's same with like
tone.
Snoop.
I mean...
The Snoop.
It's just mindless background music or club music, I guess.
Never really
I like songs with a good beat.
understood it. What's it?
So yeah.
Man, for me, it's gotta be drums, guitar, someone singing, and a bass guitar you can't hear, and usually people getting fucked.
Is that Screamo?
No, I have no idea. I was just trying to go with some type of generic metal idea. I don't listen to Screamo. I listen to real music. I listen to hard man's music.
How hard do you get?
pretty damn hard.
Oh,
You know,
baby.
I love the
You'll have
Christmas
to excuse me
soundtrack
for a moment.
in Killing Floor 2.
Well, you love the what? The Christmas track?
Yes, in Killing Floor 2. It's so good.
It's pretty cool.
It is so good. I linked it in the chat a couple of days ago.
It's yeah.
I was sat there. I was doing. I was doing my dailies or something, and I just sat there listening to it on loop.
It's a good It's they're good. They really know what they're doing.
Yes.
Well,
have you been doing your dailies?
I have.
I
been...
noticed.
What?
I noticed you've been playing Dishonored. How are you liking it?
Oh, that's been quite interesting actually. Really liking it. I spent about 5 hours on the first mission.
Oh, easily done, mate. Easily done.
It's crazy. I went through it and did it in like, I did one section in like a minute, which took me maybe an hour. This is like the hour one. I snuck. I made sure I'm doing the ghost achievement and the not killing anyone achievement.
Non-lethal, yeah.
So
Which is always the worst one to see. That's why I start on that one
hard.
because if I go through and I just kill everyone, it's like, well, I could go back, but I've already finished the game. Whereas if I go through and I do all the like long tedious stuff first, like the non-stealth or the stealth, ghost
achievement. Yeah.
Then I know that the next playthrough I can just blitz through and do whatever I want.
Do it how you feel.
Yeah.
So you got those achievements out of the way. And,
yeah, I 100%ed the second one.
Did you?
Yeah. She's still done. Not the first one. I didn't have the first one on Steam when I first played it.
Well, I've got an agreement with Dickpin. He said that if I do the game non-lethal and ghosts, he will do.
That's fantastic. I love it.
As the most brutal killing of everyone he can.
That's good.
Do so. We agreed that we'd share it that way.
That's nice of Dick.
Very nice.
Offer that for you.
But it's a great game. I loved it. As I said, the first mission where you have to kill one of the corrupt friggin' overseers, the high overseer.
Yeah.
At the end of it, because there's no way of knowing what things you manage to miss. Like for the ghost achievement, it's very easy to possibly miss when someone has seen you. I got to the end of the game after doing it for 5 hours to find that I had accidentally been seen at some point in that 5 hours. So I went back. I was freaking out because I was like, it could have happened very early on in the game, and I must have just missed it, or I don't know. So I went back to where like a major event happened, which was closer to the end, and I just kind of ran. I did like the major objective, ran to the end without doing anything, and finished it. Saw that I'd done that. I was still within the ghost. Had achieved the ghost for that particular mission, so then I was able to retrace my steps and make sure I not screw it up again. But I was very, very scared because I was like, I don't want to have to do this mission all over again. Because
So you got it?
I got it, and yes, and pretty cool. Pretty cool.
In the second one, I can't remember the first one, but in the second one, if you can open up the menu and it shows you statistics, and it shows you if you've been spotted or seen in that particular chapter. And it gives you overall stats in your playthrough.
That's great.
The amount of times, like, I'll do something, like, without fail, it felt like 2 minutes, really. Every 2 minutes, I'd check the menu, like, the statistics, just to make sure I hadn't been detected for that level.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Like, whenever I did something, like, maybe I killed someone, or like, when you know how there's, like, a grace period when you first get spotted and you can hide.
Yep.
Like every time that happened, I'd check it just to make sure.
Well, in the first one, you don't have. Yeah, I mean, if you're spotted and that little kind of, I've got most of the warnings off except for spotted because I want to be able to finish Ghost.
Right.
It's you're not. They won't start looking for you, or they won't start heading towards you if you're like within. I think it's a 3-tier system.
Yeah, it's usually the first or second one they'll be not alerted. They'll notice something, but it's not until the third. If you hide without alerting them, then they'll start searching.
The problem is,
I believe,
if they hit the first tier in Dishonored 1, that is instantly ghost broken. So you have to be.
What difficulty are you playing on?
Normal. Not even playing
because
hard.
the difficulty, at least in the first one, I believe the difficulty affected that.
Okay.
So I think even in the second one, you can you can alter those settings. Like even if you change it to say a hard difficulty, you can still go into the game settings before you start, and you can change some of those, because on the hard setting, like the getting spotted on the first tier, they'll start searching for you. But you can turn that down to say 3 and still play on the harder difficulty.
Well, normally
I'm not sure about number 1, but you can do that on number 2.
You can change the difficulty of the general gameplay. And looking back, I should have maybe started the game on the hardest.
Talking about Dishonored.
Yes.
No. Yes. Jeez,
No.
Way to kill the mood, Lever.
I was just asking.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about.
Anyway, it's a great game. I'm so glad that I'm finally playing it. Because I'm a big fan of Thief, the Dark Project, and Thief 2. This game is everything I wanted Thief 3 to be, even though it is quite a few years after Thief 3 came out. So it is just, I'm loving it too much. Really am.
How far in are you?
I've killed the first. I didn't kill. The first High Overseer has been killed and
taken out.
And no, he's dead. He's properly dead. There's a way you can have him killed without actually killing him. Doing it yourself. And the
wait, you've finished it already. You've played through it all once, right?
No. I've only finished the first mission.
Mission.
And I'm starting the second.
Okay. All right.
It's a good game. I need to play it through. I don't know how it ends, and spoilers. Oh, and I re-downloaded BioShock Infinite because I wanted to finish that game as well. Because Dishonored kind of reminded me of that, being set in a steampunk. Is it steampunk? Yeah, it is a steampunk realm.
Yes.
Yeah. So both realms
very
steampunk.
Yeah. For the kind of.
For the what?
It's not.
What?
It's not really steam because everything's powered by the whale oil.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But I understand what the kind of theme, like the kind of genre you're kind of talking about.
Good point. You're right. It's not steam. It is in fact whale oil.
But that's like BioShock, because at least in the first 3, technically it's not steampunk. I've been told it's more like hydropunk because it's water. But
of course.
it's the same kind of genre type of.
The same style, just with different forms of
power.
Creating a current. What about you, Lebo? Have you played games? Hotline Miami?
Yeah.
You like that, don't you?
I haven't played that in a while. Well, I got a Switch recently. And,
you poor bastard.
Have you touched it at all?
Yeah.
Other than opening it?
It took me, I bought it, and I had to wait to get it. And then when I got it, I didn't have time to play it because, busy. But then, I played a bit of the new Mario game. It was kind of fun. And I also got Binding of Isaac for the Switch as well to play on the go. And I'm struggling with it because it's so much harder to use on a
joypad.
The joypads or joycons or whatever they're called, as opposed to using a keyboard and mouse. Oh, sorry, keyboard. I'm used to it on keyboard. I can't do it on a.
Are you using? I assume you're using it in the handheld way, not hooked up to a TV.
I actually prefer to play it. Funny enough, I got the thing. I got Binding of Isaac so I can play it portably. Yeah, but I feel like it's better on a bigger screen.
So when you're playing it portably, are you at home still?
Yeah.
Or are you out?
I'm never going out to play this shit.
Okay.
You always.
I was just curious.
That's lies. Because every time I ask you to do something, it's like, oh, I'm doing something this day. I'm going out. Mind your own business, dickhead.
I said I'm never going out to play this shit. I'm never going to bring it with me and play it.
What's the point of the whole... What's the point?
No,
it's like buying a Game Boy and keeping it at home, you dumbass! Sorry.
Yeah, but I'm a grown man. I'm not going to do this shit. Besides, I can't anyway.
You're not going to invite your friends.
My mentality doesn't matter how... I've got a 3DS. I'll never take it out with me anyway. I'll never take it to the train with me just to play it for 20 minutes. I can't play a game for 20 minutes. I need to have a session,
Yeah. Sounds like you need to
masturbate.
Maybe he does.
Get lubricant, get a couple of tissues.
Is that what you call a session?
Yeah.
A session with the Mr. Hand and Mrs. Hand. Yeah, gotcha.
Mrs. Hand. Anyway, so...
But it's great.
How much was it? How much was the Switch?
Well, I got it for a nice price from Amazon.com.au, and I got it for $3.80, I think.
Go to Amazon.com.
That's actually not too bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. And I got Super Mario for $50 and The Legend of Zelda for 60. It's gonna take me a long time to play Zelda. I really need to sit down and spend a lot of time on it.
Would you be upset if I told you I've never played any of the Zelda games?
I wouldn't be upset. You just
I
dead to me.
have never played a Zelda game either.
But they seem to
You guys are fucked.
What's that Mask of
Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask,
one of them.
heaps.
There's a few of them I want to get on the DS.
Ocarina of Time. Well, Ocarina of Time is also on the 3DS. You should get that because that's regarded as one of the best games.
Nuggsy's freaking. What's up, Nuggsy?
Nothing.
Well, either you found the best porn in the world, or you've just
Close to.
Oh, sweet! Share!
No, I can't share this. Not yet. One day.
Ed, Zelda, play Ocarina of Time.
Okay, I will.
Find it somehow and play it on the 3DS.
Is that the one theorized that it's like the stages of grief? And it's like, is that the one with the big fucking moon with the face coming down towards
That's
you?
Majora's Mask, and that's also on the 3DS.
I've heard Majora's Mask is one of the best ones.
Yeah, but it's a hit and miss. People like it, and people don't like it.
Right, it's one of those
Ocarina of Time is universally praised.
Ocarina of Time, yeah.
So same as a couple of other ones. Like I think Twilight Princess, a lot of people liked as well. And
the new one
that came out, everyone's loving that. So
yeah.
And why?
I don't think I've ever heard a bad thing.
A lot of the Game Boy ones, they are so much fun. Well, I like them a lot.
That's the really old ones.
Yeah, but they're great.
But why does Zelda wear green? Never gets old.
That's right. You just lost a couple of subscribers, I think.
Why is there a thing about that?
Oh, Nuggsy. Because you have never played, it's okay.
I've never played, but I know it. It's a joke.
Oh, because Zelda isn't it's Link, right?
That's correct.
That
okay.
is
but
correct.
People would have said, "Oh, Zelda's my favorite character," but I don't know why he wears green or something.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, if you play Super Smash Bros., which is how I learned Link was Link, and not
really.
Yeah. Well, I knew it before then because it was told to me. But I know, again, if you don't play the Zelda games, how do you know? The game's called Zelda. The
game's called The Legend of Zelda. It's not called You're Playing Zelda.
Yeah, it's the legend of the guy that you're playing.
You're right. I'm sorry. Fuck me in the ass. You're right. Okay. This week, we actually have an audience member asking us a question.
Oh, we do?
We do.
No, we don't.
How?
What do you mean, how?
Do we really? Oh, I know what the question is.
Yeah. And I must have closed it in a fit of rage.
In a fit of rage?
In a fit of rage. Random rage.
What do you mean? Why?
I don't know. I wasn't closed in a fit of rage. Oh, fuck. It's not even in my history. Are you dicking me right now? Are you dicking me in the ass, computer? Is my dick in the ass right now, computer? Go with the flow.
Why are you saving my password?
I just got one random video start up. Go with the flow. Okay, shut up, Ed. Stop. Yes, 101 Deaths has asked us in episode 13, so it's a little while ago. Why is leather so racist? Question mark.
Oh, okay. I thought there was another one we got.
No. This is what very serious.
Do you want me to take control of this one and answer the question?
Please do. Yes.
Okay. Well, let me just tell you, it's not racism. Okay.
Facts can't be racist.
Facts can't be racist.
Right.
if it's true, how could it be racist?
Well, I think the whole point you were making is it's racist to exclude someone from saying something.
Yes.
But then again, if the term itself is racist, isn't that the
then
paradox?
No one should be saying it.
Which is what I agree.
No one should be saying it.
It's like any curse word.
You can't have it both ways, is what I'm saying.
Like a bisexual. So you hate bis now?
Always hated. No, I'm kidding.
How can you hate bis?
How did we get to that? What do you mean?
Because you hate people who want to have it both ways. And that's like a bisexual. They want to have it both men and women.
Well, I guess I'm a bit bi-curious. So.
Yes. Bucket list is almost complete.
Did you ever watch Arrested Development, Ed?
Like 2-3 episodes, didn't get it, moved on.
No, you need to keep. I had the same issue. You need to keep watching to get it. Trust me, it took me about maybe 10 episodes, maybe more, and I was just asking my sister, "Why are you making me watch this? This is shit. This is so shit." But it's not. It's actually really good.
Maybe she was trying to make a move on you, and you're too busy watching the show.
Why would she need to do that?
You know what? For once, Lever, it wasn't me. In fact, I was actually actively trying.
That makes me really uncomfortable, Nuggsy. I don't know.
Show some respect.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Fair enough.
Lever's
My sister
sister
was talking about it.
Is it? Oh, how is she?
Get back in the dungeon, bitch!
Aw, poor girl.
Oh, kitty.
Kitty.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah, I hope that answers your question.
yep. So, Lever, all I got was that you hate buys now. That's all.
That's what you made up.
No, okay. No, I got what you're saying. And no, you don't hate buys. We believe that, anyone and everyone should be allowed to do what they want to do. It's just, it's a dreadful word from a dreadful time in history, and really it should just be buried into the deep, deep earthy lava.
In case no one knows what you're talking about, can you tell the audience?
About what? What? You mean the whole thing?
The word you're talking about?
The N-word. The terrible, nasty N-word.
Nasty, yes.
Nasty. It is nasty word. And there's just no way we can there's no way we can breach this.
We don't need to rehab the same conversation.
No, you're right. This was a question that was asked, and I figured
and I've answered the question.
Yeah, we have. Anyway, okay, so that's that segment done. It's good to actually have a question to answer.
Yes, thank you very much.
Next,
have you banned him yet?
Yeah, that viewers.
I joke.
I'm really hoping that someone's going to ask, when you go to the toilet, do you sit or stand to wipe? Because that's like a big thing.
Well, that's a great question. I can happily answer that, but I guess we have to wait until someone asks.
Some people wipe standing up.
Does Dickpin listen? Maybe he should ask this question.
Someone commented on one of Dickpin's videos. Actually, one of his videos got like 14 thumbs up. That's like better than most of my videos.
Ooh.
Wow.
And
what is it for the house parties or something?
No, it was the mirror. It was recent, and some guy commented in the text. I can't read because it's and well, Dickpin asked me to translate it, but I couldn't. And then someone just said "fuck you" in the comments. So Richard responded promptly back to him, and then went to their YouTube channel, and
here you go.
And the funny thing was, Dickpin told me that he discovered that all the comments sections on all this guy's videos are non-existent. So my belief is that this guy goes to other people's videos, stirs some shit, so people go to his channel and watch his stuff.
Bro, I'm looking at your list. Two of these mirror videos have like over 1,000 views. One of them has over 6,000.
Wow.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck?
6.2k.
Episode 4 has 6.2.
And then episode 7 is 1.2.
Wow.
Richard.
23 likes.
I think Richard's gone to bed.
You, that's the fuck you one. And then
Tell
the
him
other
to get the fuck up and look.
Richard, wow, episode 7, 1.2k. Richard!
Maybe people need like a guide because it's like a new game and you're guiding them.
Maybe. 6.2ks.
Oh man, one of them was really funny. I hope I liked it because some of the stuff you just Dickpin says is just insane.
I like how someone like spoke in I assume Vietnamese, and Dickpin replied, "Speak English."
At least he didn't swear at him.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
Freaking hell! How did you get so many views?
I have no idea.
The next one is like 20 or something.
It's really weird.
Makes sense, yeah.
It's like 55 views, 65 views, 6.2k.
Now all your videos have comments disabled. They're fucking shit. You tell Dickpin you spelled them there wrong.
He doesn't care. He really doesn't care. Trust me.
That's like you.
Oh no, I'd go back and edit it. Dickpin doesn't fucking care.
Are there any more mirror videos coming out?
I don't fucking care. I don't care.
I don't care. My dick is short. I don't care.
I still have that somewhere. It needs to be a ringtone.
It is a ringtone.
No, but for me, I know it is for you.
Oh, it is, but I have to have it on silent.
He's got 16. Dickpin's got 16 subs. How did that happen?
It must have been from this.
Shoot.
Can you see the views? Like, does he like give you access so you can see the views?
Well, I mean, I always help with his stuff, like, you know, because he doesn't understand too much of it, so he gets me to upload it and edit his videos. Cause
You know what?
and shit, man. I need to
It
get
probably
him.
helps that like his images have like censored all over them.
I was just more curious to see like when the spike happened, or was it gradual? You know?
Yeah, that's true because episode like there's 2 episodes between the 6.2 and 1.2.
So someone must have
There's
linked
significant
this, or
differences.
maybe because of the wording of the subject, finishing off the dark elf. Maybe someone typed that in.
Dressing as
Dark
a zombie.
elf mirror. You know?
Yeah, good point.
Oh, I like that it's finishing the dark elf and then breaking Yoko's yoke, playing Yoko, and then undressing a zombie. Who's looking up dressing a zombie? Undressing a zombie.
Yeah, it's really hard to undress them because they always try and bite you. I found out.
Hey, and whatever your house
Wouldn't it
party
be easy
is,
because like the
like,
clothes would just fall off?
Nearly half. And actually, no, it is over half 1,000. Oh, what am I trying to say? 500 views. It's over 500 views.
House party.
Finally having sex. Well, you get the word sex there, so naturally.
Yeah, of course. Boob hunt and all that
That
stuff.
was like that one podcast episode. I think we had a viewer jump, but I think it was the title of the podcast.
Yeah, probably had the word sex in it. Bang!
Sex sells, silly. That was the one.
Yeah, 77.
77 views.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think that's our highest one.
God, old Richard. You know what? I'm gonna make sure that he does some more mirror videos because I didn't realize that he liked them. That people liked them so much.
That he liked them.
Oh, he does, man. That. Damn.
Well,
it's so good when
now
you get that uncensored.
Now you can tell your wife, hey, people actually like these videos. I need Dickpin to play these.
Yeah.
She has to believe it because it's right there. Evidence.
Truth. Like,
It's evident.
damn, man. Damn, man. What the fuck?
You didn't notice.
I didn't. I was like,
It's seriously spiked. That's crazy.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Oh, well. No, good. Fantastic. Great. Good for Dickpin. I'm so happy for him.
Well, you know what? I always expected if anything was going to come out of Dickpin's videos, it's that his personality is what will capture
Shine.
people's hearts. You know?
He's a lovely.
He's a unique character.
He's beautiful.
And people need that kind of character.
Yeah, because I mean, Dickpin is the type of person that says what you will think at various points throughout the day.
That's right.
But you're afraid to say.
Yes,
That's
because
right.
you know that.
Which is
you
my
shouldn't be saying
personality
that.
on this podcast. You know, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Bless him.
What's the difference between Dickpin and just being a dickhead, mate?
He's
Well,
a dickhead.
one's a human being and one isn't.
One's a what, Nubba?
One's a human being and one isn't. One's
Isn't.
real and one isn't.
Ooh, what's an isn't?
Well, sounds like you need to go to the Urban Dictionary and figure that shit out for yourself.
Oh, all right. Let's get a urban dictionary.
Anyway, we should probably begin to wrap up this
Yeah,
podcast.
let's do this silly game and let's
Okay.
get on with it.
Who's doing who? I think I had Nuggsy do me last week.
Isn't is a stoner with no life or future.
Well, there you go.
Don't smoke that grass, man. You're gonna turn into an isn't.
I don't know.
Just a quick news flash. California legalized recreational marijuana.
Didn't
I
they do that
thought
ages
they
ago?
had.
Maybe this is official now.
It might,
Like
maybe,
official.
maybe. But either way, maybe it was made official and now it's actually had the shops opening up or something like that. But either
Yeah,
way,
maybe.
it's a big thing in the news right now. It's like people are like lining up around the corner. It's like, of course, I'd be afraid of doing drugs, but if pot was made legal, I'd be like, oh, maybe I will give it a try now. Is that
I
weird?
still wouldn't. Yeah, it is because you don't smoke.
No, I'd bake it. I wouldn't smoke it. No, hell no. I don't smoke anything. Smoking's terrible. But if I had it in a brownie, I'd wolf that down and see what happens.
If there are actual
It's,
evidence to support that it doesn't affect you in any
interesting.
way other than makes you high, then fine. You know,
There is.
But there's the thing where you can get addicted to it if it's possible.
Paranoia, psychosis.
Yeah, like if you have a bad effect on it in any way, shape, or form, it
Bad
shouldn't
effect on
be available to you, or you shouldn't do it rather.
You mean?
And just like with alcohol, if
the
you
same
can
with
get addicted to alcohol,
Yeah.
you can't be drinking alcohol. You need to stop that shit.
Well, yeah,
You
that's true. It's true.
I
Or
will
if it
say,
damages your livers or whatever because you have weak liver or something, you know.
I don't know how many livers you have, mate.
Well, I got 17, and they're all strong, so I'm fine.
He gets them from
So it doesn't
children in
matter.
the
You can have
park.
heaps. I would say the one time that I did have it,
Alcohol or pot?
Time, pot, and
Naughty.
You've seen him drink alcohol, dickhead.
Afterwards, I had never felt better.
Oh really?
What do you mean afterwards?
Yeah.
After what?
After
I had it, like the next day, I was.
When you came down.
Yeah.
Oh, so you felt mellow after the point where you're supposed to feel mellow? Ooh. That's weird.
Not mellow, like it was
and...
just like really wound up and was like kind of let loose afterwards. Like,
some people have a bad reaction to it. Like Volks, he says he gets a bad what's that word?
Penis.
Bad trip. Bad trip. That's it. Yeah, bad trip. He has a bad trip with it.
Well, see, when I did it, it's the same thing I go through with alcohol. There gets to a point where I know that if I go, there's a limit I can feel, and I know that if I go beyond that point, then I consider myself drunk.
Yeah. Like
I kind of sit. If I do, I kind of try and sit on the verge. And I did that when the one time I did have what, like I wasn't stoned out of my mind.
Well, in the last band I was in, we had a Russian bass player. I think he was Russian. I mean, he may have been Ukrainian, but either way, he had Russian pride, and he wasn't allowed to have any alcohol. He wasn't, because this guy was a tall guy. He was fairly lanky, but he was solid, and apparently, if he had alcohol, he just became this rage machine that no one could control. So it was like, no alcohol, never ever. And he knew it, and I think that he stayed away from it. He was a bit of an unusual character, but yeah, he knew that he shouldn't drink, and he never did drink, which was good. So I mean, he knew that, and I guess he was just very self-aware, and I think a lot of more people should be in that case.
Yeah.
But you know what, people just push the envelope.
Yeah, some people, it's that addictive like kind of behavior thing. Like people know that they have a problem, and they either choose to stay away from it because they know it's a problem, or they indulge. Yeah. It's like Craig Ferguson. Craig Ferguson is openly admitted to being, like, you know, he used to be on drugs and alcohol. He's as far as I'm aware, he's been like sober for like probably 10+ years now, because he knows that he has an addictive personality.
Good for him. I mean, it's good that he knows to stay away from it.
Yeah.
Well, okay, we better finish this off, so we're going to do the game really quickly. It is the I like because. It's very simple. We each give ourselves a topic. We each give each other a topic, and that person has to speak about that particular topic and why they like it for a solid minute.
Oh. Have we played this game before?
We have played this game before. Lever,
I've never heard of it.
You'll be choosing for Nuggsy, and you guys can go.
All right, Nuggsy.
Yeah.
Nuggsy likes dick pin because...
How can you not?
No, do it properly.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I like dick pin because... How can you not like dick pin? He's a spokesperson of everyone's subconscious. The amount of times you walk down the street and look at a flower and think, fucking flower, what do I have thorns for? Fucking piece of shit, you gotta get a life. And you just won't say it. You're like, oh, what a pretty flower, and then you walk on. But no, that flower is a piece of shit. Why does it have thorns for? Why? So you can brush up against it and like end up with cuts down your arm? No! It's a piece of shit. And it deserves to be murdered and killed. But only Dickpin would say such a thing. Because everyone, you know, in their right mind knows that it's not a very nice thing to say about a flower, because the flower doesn't choose to have thorns or not. It is nature. And nature is a piece of shit. And Dickpin would be like, nature is shit and it should go fuck itself. But you wouldn't say that because you know nature doesn't, you know, control that type of thing. Nature is just, it just is. It exists.
And time.
And that's... Dickpin loves nature.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's neutral towards it. I mean, if a bee stung him, he'd probably like go and punch a friggin' bee's nest.
Man, Nuggsy really doesn't like nature at all.
Yeah, jeez.
Fuck flowers, right?
What's wrong with flowers? That's like the nicest thing nature's ever created.
Piece of shit, dickheads.
If we didn't have
flowers,
we'd have no honey.
I was outside gardening today, and on a good day, I don't like gardening, and I didn't feel like doing anything today, so...
Can you show us on the doll where the flower touched you?
Sure.
I wish I could, but
Okay. Well, Nuggsy, you can choose for me now, Nuggsy.
okay. Oh, sorry.
No.
Ed.
I'm the eye.
Ed likes non-rechargeable batteries because.
Oh fuck.
You mean batteries?
No, non-rechargeable because there's two. You have the normal ones and then the rechargeable.
Standard now. They're the standard.
So, would we say standard? I like standard batteries. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh fucking hell. I like standard batteries because, unlike rechargeable batteries, when standard batteries die, you know they're dead. With rechargeable batteries, on the other hand, you keep recharging those fucking batteries, and then over a lifetime, they slowly start to keep draining, and they don't keep their charge. So you're in this belief that you got the holy grail of batteries that will just keep being recharged forever, when in reality, it doesn't keep that charged, and after a few years, they're not worth anything. At least with standard batteries, they will work. Until the point, then they die, and they don't give you this false belief that they're going to go on forever and ever. It's like, no, I'm dead, fuck it, throw it out, get a new pair. And that's why rechargeable batteries suck, and why standard batteries are great! How's that? Was that good?
That was very good. I like it.
And it's truth, actually. You really hit a nerve there.
I was trying to hit a nerve, but I couldn't think of anything, so I just went with rechargeable batteries, hoping.
That was the one.
You did well. Okay. Leather? For you. Okay, mate.
Oh, that's fantastic.
You ready for this, mate? Leather likes using McDonald's napkins for his masturbation because...
Can you remember all that?
Does it have to be McDonald's?
Fast food napkins, then, if it makes you feel better.
But, we don't want to promote the wrong company.
Which ones do you use?
Alright. I like fast food napkins for my masturbation sessions.
Thank you.
Because they're free. And you can get lots of them. And you can just go all day and night and you just have an unlimited supply until they kick you out of the place. But that's fine. Because by that point you can stuff a whole bunch of them in your pocket. Save them for later. Dad, look what I got. Great, we're going to have a great time tonight. Look at this. Look, you know what? We could even cover the walls and see how high we can go. Or how much. You know what? Let's do a competition. We can even cover up the walls. You have this side of the wall, the room, and I'll have this side of the room. Whoever can cover up the most wins. And you know what? You can do that on a normal wall. But when you have fast food napkins, you can easily clean them. And that's why I choose fast food napkins as my preferred destination, rather. Yes,
Man.
you know what I'm saying?
Plus the highly absorbent.
Yes, and how am I going for time?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Good.
That works for me.
All right.
Oh, you got there, mate.
Mm.
Well, without further ado, I'd like to thank everyone for tonight's podcast. It's always good fun being able to ramble with you two. Yeah.
Happy New Year
Oh, yeah.
to you and everyone.
Happy New Year.
First podcast of the year.
First podcast of the year.
Yeah, second of
We didn't
January.
even discuss what we did we?
What, for New Year's?
Yeah.
On New Year's Eve, I worked up
Eve.
from morning till night, and then I went home, was exhausted, had a beer, and then I couldn't keep my eyes open, and then all of a sudden fireworks were going off, and the dog was shitting itself.
I spent New Year's
Wow.
at my auntie's house.
Eve or day?
Sitting.
What's a haunty?
Eve, my auntie's house sitting.
And you visited your auntie?
Playing Labyrinth while watching Labyrinth.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Playing Labyrinth. How was the game?
It's you know what? It's interesting and it's refreshing to play a game that isn't Monopoly or Risk or any of the other major
League
board games that seem to be out that like franchises have latched onto, and there's like 50 different versions of.
Yeah. Jenga or Brick Fall or Brick Builds, then Fall.
Like it's basically it's based off the movie, obviously. So the gameplay is like it's different.
Is it a linear kind of thing where you have to like do certain objectives to get to the end? Or
So apparently there's a card that allows you to enter the goblin not the castle, like the castle walls,
Mm-hmm.
basically. And you apparently the way my sister did most of the reading because I was distracted by the movie. So that card you place is placed in the middle of the deck, and the deck of cards you have the labyrinth, and there are card spots all around the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And you're meant to go around, and every time you land on a space, you pick up a card. The card will have something on it. You do what the card says, or you lose willpower. You get like little tokens that I guess like life force, and you lose those if you lose the dice roll. And there's like 5 different dice. Me and Leb were going through them. There's like a D4 and a D8 and a D12 and a D20.
Damn.
And each one is like characters have different stats, and you roll the dice depending on that stat. So if your speed is really low, then you might use a D6 instead of a D12.
Uh-huh.
Stuff like that. And you go around and till you get to the card and you enter the Goblin City, and then it's pretty much dice roll to win. So there'll be like a big guard, and you'll need to get... So you'll roll a certain set of dice to beat the guy. You do the same with the characters. You can team up with characters as well. But the dice rolls get harder because you'll start off with maybe like a D4 and a D6 and a D something else. But then the last guy will have like a D20 that you'll have to roll against. So you have to instantly get over 20. And that's only one dice roll, and there's usually 3.
Okay.
You're also racing in against the clock. So you get a little clock, and each turn moves up an hour. And there's only 13 hours. So you have 13 turns to win.
Okay. Shit.
Because it all ties in with the movie.
And so it's possible for no one to win in the game.
Yeah, we lost.
So that means that David Bowie wins.
Yeah, because we got to Bowie or Jareth. We got to Jareth
Janet Jackson
on the 13th hour.
That's a board game.
And apparently, there's like if you get to him before the 13th hour, you have like chances. So every time you lose, it goes up an hour. But because we're on the 13th hour, we had 1 dice roll to win, and we failed it, so we lost.
Oh.
So Jareth won.
Heard it here. The baby's dead.
Yeah. Yeah, the baby turns into a goblin. Baby's a goblin.
I guess that the human baby's dead, but the goblin baby is then born. So.
You remind me of the babe. What babe? The babe with power. What power?
Okay, copyright's going to block us. We've got to be careful.
You do? Do what?
So with that, everyone,
Remind me of the babe.
thank you for joining us for the first now blocked podcast of the year. Any final thoughts before we leave?
Crying as hard as babe could cry.
And you,
what
Leber?
Could I do?
Is Leber going to make macaroni again?
I don't know.
No, mate, I'm already.
Any final thoughts before you leave?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well,
nobody knew.
thank you all for joining us, everyone. Take care, live long, live well, look after yourselves and each other, and bye.
It's chowder, you moron. It is chowder.
Jeez, Leber's. I got more response from my fucking sex doll than I am getting from Leber right now.
Oh, you have a sex doll?
Yeah, in fact, I do. And that was a good one. And I got the flashlight and I broke it.
Flashlight or flashlight?
I fucked one of them. And
it's 2 in 1.
Yeah, it is. You've how it would seem. At least that's what I thought. Oh, that's
Did you really buy one?
No, of course not. I mean, I want to, but no.
Oh. I'm disappointed now.
They're expensive. Yeah. Well, the good ones are anyway.
How do you know? So you try it.
What do you mean? How do I know it's expensive? Because it says so.
Can you get a mold that's like based off like Emma Watson or something?
No, I want to try. There's a blue.
I'm sure you could, but unless like they provided it, it wouldn't be theirs. It would just be named as theirs.
The Emma Watson. Oh, wait.
The Emma Watson
intimidation technique. It's just a vagina that talks to you. Close the wage gap. Oh, for fuck's sake. Close it. No. Close it.
Interpretation.
Inspiration.
Yes, of her vagina, basically. Wake up for breakfast, peanut butter toast. Open the bread box, shit, there's no loaf, oh no, my toast. How will I get by? Oh, what am I gonna do? No, nothing else will do. I need my loaf. Go down the road to the store. Head to the bakery, but fuck, they've got no more. Oh no, my loaf. How will I get by? No, I don't know what to do. Oh, I think I have a clue. It's in the Bread Podcast.